Dear friends, let us understand the relationship between goals and well-being. The components of the well-being are positive emotions, of which happiness, life satisfaction are all aspects, relationship, engagements, meaning, and achievement. If we are setting goals which are appropriate for our well-being, automatically the well-being will be enhanced. It does not mean that I can maximize all the components of the well-being in every life. Depending on the personality, depending on the likes and dislike of an individual, the components, a soldier cannot have lot of positive emotions when he is fighting the enemy. So these kinds of things are essential to adjust. Now, goals and well-being, it is essential that I make a proper optimal mixture. So everyone has the responsibility to make his or her own optimal mixture, so that the well-being is maximized over a long term, because long term meaning is also a very essential part of well-being. Positive emotion is a subjective variable. It is defined by how I think and feel. If one person thinks and feels in a different way, then a positive experience can also will become a negative experience. As if a teacher is not able to attract the attention of the student in the classroom, then learning can not be evaluated as a negative emotion. Because then also the learning happens, and it is the responsibility of the student to give proper feedback to the teacher, so that in the long run, positive emotions prevail in all classrooms. Engagement, meaning, relationships, accomplishment have both subjective and objective components. So the subjective component will definitely be dependent on the individuals. Objective component, some questionnaires are there which will help in getting how much engaged I am in a way. It is very difficult to maximize for all the 5 elements for one life, but a proper combination, suboptimal solution for every individual definitely exists. This course is to enable the students so that the solution which fits him or her best, he should be able to find when he goes through all the exercises and tries to understand this course. Let's go in detail for the positive emotion. Positive emotion means interest, that gives engagement as well. That means these are all not having an intersection set which is phi. They overlap sometimes. Love of learning new things should be interesting. If that is there, then engagement will automatically be more. Meaning and purpose, I generally feel that what I do in my life is valuable and worthwhile. If learning is valuable in my life, and learning is providing my long-term purpose to be professionally successful, to be of help to my family and to the society, definitely the meaning and purpose element will be more, so that will lead to better well-being. Self-esteem is very important. In general, I feel positive about myself. If I am feeling positive all the time about myself, the possibility that I will do something which will injure other person's self-esteem is less. Such persons will have more friends. The number of relationships will be more. They will be intimately connected with the friends that they have. In addition to that, their self-esteem will propel them to work hard, so that the performance, whatever they are doing, the performance in which will be ensured. Optimism is very good. I am always optimistic about future. This kind of this will drive you away from nihilism. Nihilism is something which should be avoided at all cost. Every person should live all the time in zero nihilism zone. But because of some circumstances, it is coming, optimism will help him. If I am thinking always optimally, a negative experience also can be taken as a learning experience, and I can transform that negative experience in a very good action element which will enhance my life. Resilience, we get an idea when things go wrong in life, and generally it happens. what amount of time it takes for me to come back from it and again engage in my everyday life activities. That is indicated by resilience. Every student should indulge passionately to induce resilience, because unless we develop resilience in ourselves, it is very difficult to persist with the education system anywhere. If the institutional are enabling, even a lower resilience person can attain success easily. But if the institutions systems have some drawbacks, then a person with lower resilience will face a lot of difficulties. I think this is one of the factors which is affecting the dropout rate of the students in Indian education scenario. Positive relationships are very important. There are people in my life who really care about me. If this kind of thinking is there in the students, then definitely the involvement of the students in the education process will be more. My request to all the teachers is that one should try to reinforce this element of positive relationship. When teacher and students are partners in furthering the frontiers of the area in which they are working, learning is always a fun that I have experienced in my life. And most of the researchers in the positive psychology, I have found that they rejoice the learning because they, along with their students, are nurturing such relationships. What you want from your children? Most of the parents want from the children happiness. Children should be happy, they should be confident, they should be content, they should have the feeling of fulfillment, they should be balanced, good stuff, they should be kind, they want health for their children, they want satisfaction, they want love, they want their children to be civilized so that they will not face any societal problems. They should work with meaning so that they are able to fulfill their long-term purposes. Such traits are expected by the parents when they are sending their children into the school. But in turn, what they get? Most of the schools teach achievement. They teach thinking skills. But most of the time, when thinking skills are taught, they are away from the emotions. If we are attaching proper emotions with the thinking skill, then the dropout also will be less, and most of the students will get enhanced experience of learning in their education programs. Schools teach success. Schools teach conformity. Conformity many times it is essential in the societal event. When it comes to breakthrough, when it comes to research, conformity may not be of help. So sometimes, because too much of conformity is taught, I think research also gets affected. They teach literacy, they teach math, work, test taking and discipline. But if you look at what the parents want from the children and what the school teach, if we make a comparison, it is very clear that there is very little overlap between what the parents expect from the school system so that the teachers get the traits, children get the proper traits, and what the school teach. And whenever the problems of education systems are talked of, this is one of the major areas. Unless efforts are made to overlap between the gaps of these two lists. So achievement and happiness, they should go together. Thinking skills should go with kindness so that the person becomes a very good citizen. Satisfaction and discipline, they should go together. So some kind of bridge is essential, and positive psychology should be able to get this bridge. Look at the situation in the advanced world. Schools well-being is taught in the schools or not? That is questionable. 50 years ago, the onset of the depression in the advanced world, that is US, UK, the age of the onset of depression was around 30 years. Today, most of the 15-year young guys are facing this problem of depression. So depression is rampant as well, around 10 times more common than 50 years ago. If we take a look around us, these are the research figures from the developed world. I find looking at the news reports, looking at the feelings of the parents around. When I was at the department, I was talking to the parents when they were coming. This kind of thing may come to our country as well. If we are taking measures in right time, we definitely can make our students resistant to all these feelings, which are not very good for having joyful learning experiences. The current flood of depression is one of the reasons why we should teach well-being in schools. Nominal increase in happiness despite increased prosperity. Every country, England has prospered three times in the last 50 years. US also prospered, but there also with their education system they are facing problems. We have also prospered in the last 20 years a lot after the opening of the global economy, and we are able to put very strong effort. The average income of every Indian has gone up. But still, the problems of education in the schools are not addressed as they should have been addressed. I think we should take well-being into account when the problem of the students are to be addressed in our schools. Greater well-being enhances learning and traditional goal. That is the traditional goal of the education. Positive mood produces broader attention, creative thinking, and more holistic thinking. And holistic thinking is very much essential for Indian circumstances because we are not able to provide the state-of-art infrastructural facilities which the advanced world is going to provide to their students. With whatever available infrastructural facilities, if you want to take maximum performance from our students, so it is very essential that the positive mood should prevail and it should broaden the attention of the student so that highly educated professionals are looking at the Mufussil area in India and maximizing the benefit of the Mufussil people by their professional education. Negative mood produces narrowed attention, more critical thinking and more analytical thinking. See, doctors are compelled to work in the rural areas because we were not able to broaden their horizon to look to the rural India. So that is the situation that has happened. So highly educated people are populated in metros or major cities, whereas getting good teachers for good education in villages is a big problem. If we are inculcating more and more positive emotions in the younger graduates that are coming out of our institute, they will definitely broaden their horizon and their attention once goes into the villages with the massive young population, the demographic dividend that we have, we definitely will be able to cater to this problem in a very short time. It is essential that we should indulge in right education. Right education is about positive and negative ways. Education can never go with only positive emotions. When I am stressing the positive emotion, it is not that I am not denying the negative emotion. At times they also will come. So both positive and negative ways are important for right education. A right education will consist of positive emotions and negative emotions. The balance should be such that positive emotions are more and negative emotions are minimized so that the student are helping themselves as well as the people around them. All too often, schools emphasize critical thinking and following orders rather than creative thinking. So, less rote learning, following orders, even more enjoyment with succeed later. So, it is essential that rote learning, which is leading to critical thinking, should be curtailed at the earliest, and the student should be given freedom to think creatively so that the critical thinking which arrests the problem but it does not address the problem in a very efficient way, that technique will go away and we will be we will be empowering our students with creative ways of solving the problem that we are facing. With the resource scarce country that we have, we must be able to do good things with this. One exercise I'll give, it is not that we do not have good things, we do not appreciate them. So write down 3 good things that happened each day for a week. This is my request for all the students. It is not that they are not getting very good learning. They are getting good learning experiences, but they are not able to notice them. The best way to notice good learning experiences is writing down 3 good things that happened for a week. When you are writing down these good things, it is not that you are writing down and forgetting. Write down with them why this good thing happened to me. It could be because of some positive emotion that you shown with the teacher, or with a positive emotion that you shared with your friend. So why this good thing has happened to me, that also should be written. What does this mean to you? If that good whatever the good thing that has happened, it means good. See, if your friend has helped you in solving the problem, so it means that someday you also will help him solving the problem. So you are having good collaborations. How can we have such more things, more good things in future? One can think on this and see to it that his behavior is transformed so that more and more good things can happen in his life. If we keep a diary for 3 weeks, writing down 3 good things along with these explanations, it will be a very great experience for us. Now, we are born with some talents, some virtues. These positive psychology people, they have developed virtues in action program. So strengths and virtues are very important part of a personality, and our well-being plan should suit with whatever strengths and virtues we have. Certain strengths and virtues are valued virtually across every culture. It is not that this virtue is valid in this culture or this virtue is... See, honesty is honored all across the world. So such 6 categories of virtues are endorsed. They are listed. There is a handbook in which how this is, it's a very big handbook, around 700 plus pages. So how they have arrived at that 6 virtues and 24 character strengths, that is explained there. So a summary of that we shall take, so that our well-being we can attach to the virtues. The strengths and moral traits are, see, integrity. See, everybody should have integrity. Unless I have integrity, I cannot be of help to the person around me. I cannot be help to the person in which I am working, the institution in which I am working. Valor consists of 2 parts. See, valor means a person who is fighting for the country also has valor. But the teacher who is teaching in class, he also should have that psychological courage to address the student in a confident way. That is essential. When some of the students complain that their teacher is not able to deliver properly, I think we also need to inculcate or to enhance these things so that the student benefit from the delivery maximally. Originality and kindness are such that the 6 virtues that are categorized, that are identified, which are common all across the world, across all cultures, are wisdom and knowledge, courage, love and humanity. Unless love and humanity is there, the cross-cultural fertilization and the enhancement of the upliftment of the humanity will not be there. So we have found that though technology is invented in one country, all people across the world are using those technologies and empowering themselves. Justice is an essential virtue. Temperance. See, for doing success, for getting success, I cannot work at my whim and fancies. So that hedonist type is something who is living in the moment only. In the moment will not help. Every major culture in the world insists on the students to have temperance. And spirituality and transcendence is also very essential virtue for all. We will find that peace of mind is essential. Even if we are getting 2 square meals, all the material satisfactions, material necessities that are required, the person may not feel peace, and for that spirituality is essential. And the character traits which are under the category wisdom and knowledge are curiosity, interest in the world. Everybody has not the same curiosity. A very curious person will become a researcher. A person who is not really very curious person may not become a researcher. But everybody has got place in the society. The second one is love of learning. Love of learning is also, see, it is not in the same measure for all the people. If I have in more for me, I could be a lifelong learner. Some people may not be a lifelong learner. So we have to identify, and then our well-being plans should be attached with the character strengths. Judgment and critical thinking and open-mindedness is essential. See, every major decision in life that you take, you are enrolling for a course. So you have to think critically, you have to take a judgment, and with an open mind, you should assess the options that are available with you. Then only you can progress. A person, when passing 12th, can become an arts graduate, commerce graduate, engineer, doctor. He may become a politician in the longer run. This is very important. Ingenuity, originality, and practical intelligence, street smart. This is also very important character trait, major character. Many people are not very highly educated, but they show practical intelligence and solve many difficult problems when they are they are working in their lives. Social intelligence and personal intelligence is very essential along with emotional intelligence. Unless you have this, you cannot attack. Teamwork cannot be put up. Perspective is also essential. Perspective is what thing is to be given what importance, priorities. Perspective will help a person in giving proper priorities. In the courage virtue, there are three major character strengths, that is valor, bravery. Bravery does not always mean that you are fighting enemy. A psychological weakness you are trying to circumvent by sitting at one place also comes under bravery. Perseverance, industry and diligence is essential. Student must have perseverance. Unless I keep working diligently on a subject, I cannot master a difficult subject. Mathematics is difficult, but unless you are good at mathematics, you cannot become an engineer. Biology, maybe because of its terminology and think difficult for some of the people. But unless you master that, you cannot become a good doctor. And professional education always helps in better material prospects. That's why you will find that having a rat racer's nature, people are trying to persevere and diligence. But if you include the happiness along with the hard work, that will ensure that the person is serving the society in the lifelong manner. Integrity, genuineness and honesty are valued all across the world. Humanity and love. See, politics is an essential part of humanity. Unless we are deliberating on the right issues, we will never get right solutions. So, kindness and generosity are essential for good politicians. I think Indian students require this, and if they master this, some of very leading international leaders will come out of our country. Loving and allowing others to be loved, even to enjoy one individual's life. If somebody is giving you very good feedback and you are not able to appreciate the goodness of that, or the broad-mindedness of that person, next time he may not offer you, and you will be starved of that opportunity to get appreciated. So rightfully, right appreciation taking as well as right appreciation giving, right love taking, right love giving is an essential part. Otherwise, if one is attached to the past too much, depressive mood, somebody is appreciating but he is not able to reciprocate the gesture. So that is not really a very good trait. Justice is an essential trait all across the world. So every individual has got the right to pursue for a better future. So justice will give that. Fairness and equity, opportunity for all the citizens for progressing is essential. And some of them will be leaders and they should be valued for their proper leadership. This also comes under justice. Temperance is self-control. When you are at home, you are listening music and you are suppose in a two-room tenement. Your brother is studying. If he get distracted by the music, you should have the inclination to stop the music playing. You agree with your brother or sister on the time for which both of you will be enjoying the music and both of you will be studying together. So this is called temperance. It is essential. Prudence. See, sometimes instead of enjoying chocolate alone, if you are waiting for your brother or sister to come, and together, if you are enjoying the chocolate, I will even include that also as prudence. So, those people who have resisted their transient emotions and waited for a longer duration so that they get, instead of 1, 2 chocolates, they are successful. Research studies in positive psychology have established that one who resists the temperature, the temptations at the moment, they develop the capacity to resist the temptations at the moment, they in the longer run succeed. And this research study is available in the books of positive psychology at great length. Humility and modesty, it is essential quality for every person. Unless you are polite, nobody is going to engage with you. So humility and modesty, what you know, you should be able to tell correctly. So you should not be too modest so that the person who is besides you is not knowing what you know, or you should not pose too much so that the people are not, they are always assuming that you are not able. In Marathi there is a story, लांडगा आला रे आला. लांडगा आला रे आला प्रत्येक वेळेस जर ओरडलं तर ज्यावेळेस खरंच लांडगा येतो त्याच वेळेला तुम्हाला मदत मिळत नाही. ती जी कथा सांगितल्या जाते तर ती मॉडेस्टीची आहे. इफ वी आर modest, then definitely the people around will help. The world is filled with very good natured people. When one is difficulty, the other human being very rarely will be there without any help. There are instincts in that person that he will try to see that you are out of difficulty. So try to capitalize on that. Transcendence. As I told you that every major culture in the world requires spirituality, means even after getting all material contentments, getting all the success in the life, professional success, so they want to enjoy the life. So appreciation of the beauty and excellence. So enjoying going to music concert, you are going to an art gallery with family and enjoying that. That's a very good character strength. That includes the moments of happiness so that you can improve your work life. Gratitude. If somebody is helping you, you should have a sense of gratitude to acknowledge it. Very openly acknowledge gratitude. Many times we avoid that. That's not a very good thing. If we are expressing gratitude and acknowledging the expression of the gratitude, we will be a far better society in the longer run. I want to request the media to take this into account. Hope and optimism is essential. Without hope, we cannot live. So, whatever may be the circumstances, hope and optimism and future mindedness is essential. Your parents are always giving you this spirituality. In Indian homes, all mothers and fathers teach spirituality. Forgiveness and mercy is also a very essential quality, and it is most of the time in the childhood parents reinforce. Playfulness and humor. In difficult situations, if you are trying to be playful, that's a very great quality, and you will find that this is the quality of a leader. He is addressing a very difficult problem, but he keeps people around you playful and humorous. So a person with leadership as his ambitions should try to see that if this quality is there, that he should strengthen it, or at least if you want to be a leader, part of this quality is essential. Just passion and enthusiasm. Any great work cannot be done without passion or enthusiasm. It is essential that passion should be there, and you are, if emotionally attached to a real world problem, the passion automatically comes. With passion, enthusiasm will be developed. A problem is solved, you get a feedback, and everybody around you will definitely be getting the boost in the confidence. Positive alone, many positive psychology courses